Good morning, keepers. Yeah, I got 9 cells here, guys. I'm not real impressed with them at all. Look how small these things are. Kind of puny looking. And the other thing, we'll have to get in the light in here. Let me put the lid back on this hive here. Go in the grafting shack and take a look at this. Gotta pull my hood off. I can't really see what I'm doing here. What's the temperature in the shack here? Ooh, 89. Just about perfect for grafting. I shut the AC unit off. Yeah, shut the AC unit off here. I'm already sweating like crazy. I don't know, that one's got, yeah, okay. All right. I don't know if you can see it, the royal jelly in there. Yeah, they packed it up pretty good. I called Martin the other day. I said, man, this thing, they're low on royal jelly. But I guess it was my stupid hood on. I couldn't tell. I don't like the way they've chewed that. They filled that up. But the peanuts, see, they look kind of small. We'll see how they go. I already got my towel here covering up. I've already primed them. I've already primed my cells here. Got my bar here. I got a towel over them. It's a hot towel. I've got my pan over there. Yeah, we're gonna give these girls another round here, just for giggles. On this particular, all this is a Lowe's paint stick, and I did a bolt through here. Actually, it's just a piece of copper wire with a little brass washer, and then I peened it on both sides. But what I did to do that, I made a custom frame here. See, now I can fold these in. When they're out like this, they can go in the same size of the hive, a frame. From here to here, I think 19 and an eighth maybe. From there to there, they fit on my frame rest. So I just come in like this number here. These things are really fragile, by the way. This is the fifth day on these cells. So what I'll do now is set these in here very gently like, and Now they're all set there. And I need to cage them up. We need to cage them, put in cages on the 10th. Today's the 8th. Mommy's day, so make sure that you tell your mommy to have a nice day, okay? Yeah, on the 10th we'll put them in cages. We will cage them up in California minis. You'll see that action. All right, we're doing something different today, guys. If this works now, I don't know if it's going to work or not. This is diluted pollen, honey, and royal jelly mixture. I got it at the health food store. It's all pure. It's all done with natural stuff. I'm priming my cells. I diluted it with distilled water in my hypo, and I had to put quite a bit of water, distilled water, in there, and then I just mixed it up. I just mixed it up with my bamboo skewer. I mixed it up and then put a good drop on each one of the cells. So we will be using a German grafting tool. I'm going to go to the black Oprah hive and get a round of larvae out of there. 4-day-old larva. Yeah, this is small stuff. And we're going to go ahead and do another graft here and get these girls in. I'm going to go in there now. I'm going to go below and see if there's eggs in the bottom of that thing. And if there is, I'm going to shake those nurse bees in the top section, being very careful I don't get a queen up there. Last time I was in this box and set it up, I'm quite sure there was a virgin swimming around in there, for the simple fact they were all chilled out. The bees were really mellowed out, and it was about the right time for a virgin to come back on her mating flight. But I pushed everything below before I set this builder up, and then I put the right goodies upstairs. I'm going to want a pollen and a honey frame either side of this graft, okay, and as many nurse bees as I can up top. So we'll go below, see what's going on there. If I can salvage some nurse bees downstairs, I will. I'll bring them up, shake them in. It's totally separated now. There's a cloak board in between. So you're not sharing pheromones between top and bottom section. There's a board slid in there on that cloak board. If you'll pull up cloak board, you'll see that deal. I'm going to do something a little different on the next round of grafts after this. We'll get into that. I'm going to do it kind of like I used to do it back in the olden days. But anyway, it'll be a queenless, of course, a queenless cell builder, totally. And it's going to be just chocker block slammed with bees. Yeah. And they'll be in there 24 hours before I insert my grafts. I've also made up, I took a tablespoon of that mixture I got here, and I put it in some Ultra B, and then I added 1-to-1 to get a nice doughy consistency. This was a lot soupier last night, but I mixed it up, and then I stuck it just here. It's just room temperature in here, right here. So I'm gonna divide this between my Oprah Queen out here and the cell builder. All right, let me get into this colony out here and see what I've got going on. Okay, guys, there's a brand new queen running around down the bottom of that thing, and I'm going to give them some of this good stuff here, and I'm also going to give them a frame of honey. Yeah, she desperately needed a frame of honey in here, guys, and so I put that downstairs. I'm going to cap back. I'm going to put the top back on with a cloak board in it. going to take this frame over to the other colony I got over here and see if I can find some more resources to put down in here. Maybe 2 frames of resources in here. I'm also going to put a little of this stuff in here. That'll give them a little boost. That'll give them a little boost. Alrighty guys, ready to rock and roll here with the graft. I went out to my Oprah hive and I've got a very nice batch of larvae here of all ages. And of course we'll want to get the smallest thing we can find and then insert them in our cells. I've got these are JZBZ. I've already switched the bars out on the end so I can just slide it right in without jarring anything. They're all primed with that new ooey gooey stuff I just made up. So that can come back. See, that can come back, and as I graft, I just move this towel down and I start covering them up. So let me get into it here. It'll take me a little bit. I'm slow as molasses. Yeah, okay guys, all done. It took me about 15 minutes is all. They're all loaded up here. They're all floating in our new priming material. We won't know how this works until, I don't know, we'll give them 2 days. And haven't hurt this frame. Harvest some here. Both sides of this frame are just loaded with larvae. So anyway, let me get it back in the box. We'll get these girls get to work. Alrighty guys, got the job done. Got to take Miss Daisy out to Carrabba's Italian restaurant for Mommy's Day. Yes, she's Italian. She likes her Italian food. Anyway, we got to take her out. But anyway, she said I could do this graft and then I could take her out. Isn't that nice? So you guys need to find a Miss Daisy to put up with you like that. All right, what did I do here? I put here pulled cells and put in incubator. That's a done deal. And I put a little arrow here, second graft to 8. So let's come back guys on Wednesday and do a slow peek in here and see what it will accept. I have no idea. This is a total experiment with what I'm doing here. But what the beauty, if this thing works, see what I've been doing in the past. What I've been doing in the past is assembling the cell starter, coming back in 5 days, 4 or 5 days, and going in there and harvesting those cells that they started. If you come back in 5 days, that's probably better because you could have an egg in there, right? And they can still make a queen from that. So after about 5-6 days, they're kind of in trouble. They don't have anything to work with in there. So then you can go in and start introducing grafts in there with all those resources because you've got a lot of, you know. But I'm going to do something a little different, and what I'm going to do different is run around when I get a free day here, maybe even Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. I'll go out and just start harvesting bees. I'm going to drop in a frame of pollen and a frame of honey, right? And we're going to fill up that box with plain foundation. Maybe if I find some solid sealed brood, no eggs, I'll drop that in there too. I don't want any open larvae next to my grafts. I want them paying full attention to my grafts. I don't want them over here farting around working on larvae that they don't need to be working on. I want them to be working on the larvae I want them to be working on. Granted, you have nurse bees crawling all over those open larvae that they're in there. Granted, yes, I get it, okay, but I don't want them fooling around with other cells. I want them concentrating full strength on the grafts that I put in. So what do you need? You need nurse bees. So go around, and what I'll do is harvest probably this whole yard. It depends on what I see. If I see about a 3-pound package of bees, and you can do this with a package of bees, by the way, because you get a queen with that, right? You can put her off with something else over here. You can introduce her to another colony temporarily, dump that whole flipping package of bees in there, and go over to your best girl and start harvesting larvae from her, and put in a graft and insert that with some pollen. Put a frame of honey in there, put a frame of pollen in there, and insert your graft in between. Make up some pollen substitute, take some Ultra Bee, and take some 1-to-1 syrup and mix it till you got a nice thick consistency dough. Let it sit overnight. It'll stiffen up even more. Take it, smash it right into the top of those top bars. After you settle your graft in, smash that in there, get your syrup on there, and come back. So what I'm going to do with this scenario, dumping all these bees in here, by the way, I think I told you that I knew there was a virgin in there the other day, because they were just too laid back. All right, well, when I came in there today, I went downstairs. The resources are low, trust me, they're low, but there's plenty of older bees in there to keep her satisfied, and they're only going to be in there 5 days. I'm going to reintroduce this entire colony, and she's going to have all that force back in there with her, so she'll be a happy camper there. So yeah, there was a nice, she looks, I didn't see eggs, but she's a nice big Italian looking queen running around in there. So that was very cool. I knew it. I knew there was a queen in there, just the way their attitude was. They were all chilling and laid back. When they're really nervous and they're buzzing like crazy and they're just kind of pissed off, they're hitting you. They get mad when they don't have a queen in the hive, guys. They get mad. And you know, when I don't have a Miss Daisy in my hive, you know, I get a little bit pissed off too, you know. So you can see where all that comes from, you know. Oh boy, am I going to get it if she hears that one. Alright guys, that's all the shenanigans I have for you today. Like I said, we'll bring you back on Wednesday, and let's peek in there and see if my stuff works. If it does, it'll be kind of cool, because I can get all the stuff I need over at my health food store. But you want to keep it warm, I think. You don't want that stuff chilled. I kept it here room temperature. It's pretty hot in here. This room is right here. If I don't have that AC unit running right there, this room's going to get to about 105 in here, because this shed is not insulated. This little room is insulated, as you can see. I got a little thin insulation in here, but it's just enough to keep this room whatever I want. And I usually keep this room about 78. That way my incubator's not getting overheated, and it can cycle nice at that temperature. There is my interior probe right there dangling. I've got a little digital on the outside here. I can just walk up to the shed here to look at it. I can tell what's inside here. I can peek in the door right there and see what my incubator numbers are doing. This incubator, by the way, is absolutely fantastic for a small hobbyist guy like myself. I don't turn out a lot of production, but hey, it works. 2 light bulbs. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, sir. All right, guys. I will see you Wednesday, and we'll see if we can't get her done. See ya.